Hey children, and welcome to Thursday's English lesson, which is all to do with our advertising brochure, and it's the final lesson in our little 3-day sequence to do with writing about toy advertisements. That speaking to some of the children in school, speaking to some of you online in the chat messages, I've been getting really positive messages about how much you've enjoyed doing this and designing your little adverts for each one. In terms of what we've done this week, Tuesday, if you remember, we looked at some example adverts for toys and you planned out the 4 toys you were going to advertise in your shop for the company Toy Much Fun Limited. Wednesday, you drafted out your 4 toy advertisements. I know I spoke to a couple of you who said they only got around to doing 2 or 3 yesterday, drafting those out. That's fine, because today is about editing, improving and publishing our toy advertisements. So if you didn't get all 4 drafted out yesterday, don't worry, because you could just do straight into best today as a final copy for all 4 toys. I'm not going to spend too long on this, because what I want to do is give you the time to do that publishing. So I'm just going to very quickly recap something I've gone through all the way through this half term. Publishing is to do with the final product, making it look brilliant, and as part of that we need to proofread first and then edit and improve as we go along. Just looking at this line here, you will not believe how good this toy is. As you can see here, proofreading is about looking for basic errors such as capital letters, missing punctuation, apostrophes, spellings, things like that. So if I had a sentence like this, you will not believe how good this toy is. Change the make, capital letter at the start. Believe, that's a common misspelling. Actually, the common misspelling looks more like that, actually. It's like that. That's the correct spelling. You will not believe how good this toy is. And it needs some punctuation at the end there to finish that sentence off. That's what proofreading is. It's fixing basic mistakes. Editing, I often refer to in brackets here, as improving. And you can improve through word choices, through sentence openers, through punctuation. It's all the little things, or adding in sentences, changing words. They're all the ways that you can improve your writing. And when you're redrafting, it's great because you've kind of come up, you've used your brain power to think of the ideas in the first place. And now you can focus on harnessing and refining your writing to make it the most amazing it can be. So for example, you will not believe how good this toy is. Well, I've already fixed the basic errors, but some ways that I can improve it, maybe a sentence opener. Honestly, there you go, honestly, comma, sort of a manner of verb at the start. Honestly, you will not believe, I've done the misspelling it. You will not believe quite how incredible, so I've improved the word good, how good this, you will not believe quite how incredible this, I'm going to put some exaggerated vocabulary, this top of the range toy really is. And instead of a full stop, exclamation marks, it's an exclamatory sentence, it's exciting. And there you can see, just by that basic idea from my initial draft, I've just up-leveled it through sentence opener, some vocabulary choices, adding in some persuasive vocabulary there, and even just from is to really is with an exclamation mark. It improves that writing all the time. So those are the things you need to be doing as you're creating your final draft, which I know we've talked about on the publishing lesson each time. So in terms of creating your piece, your key to success, obviously we should have drafted out yesterday our writing, and you had that structure with the name of the product, the age range, the price, some rhetorical questions at the start, an engaging hook, key feature, 1, 2 and 3, finishing line, lots of powerful vocabulary, lots of sentence openers, correct use of capital letters, etc. Okay. And if you were really stretching yourself, you'd have thought about the quality of vocabulary choices, the range of punctuation, and varying that sentence length. And on the scaffold sheet today, I've left my example of my toy advert from the Technic Lego one that I modelled yesterday. And you can look at that for an example of a piece of advertising writing that kind of meets these keys to success, as well as meeting some of the stretch criteria as well. And when you're publishing your ones, you want to be looking at these keys to success, and you want to be sort of analysing, reviewing your own writing against it. Have you got that structure? Have we used any powerful exaggerated vocabulary? If you haven't, then look on the scaffold sheet and use some of those words, like astonishing, top of the range, world beating, etc. If you look through your writing, your draft, and it's not using a range of punctuation, well, have a look. Is there any opportunities to use a wider range of punctuation? Maybe use brackets to speak to the reader or something like that. Okay. Now, the fun part is the publishing, and especially for a piece like this, you really can have fun with publishing. And what I put on here is the idea is you're making a toy brochure. So you've drafted out the writing version. You can use the internet to find some pictures of your toys, or if you're an amazing artist, you could draw some pictures of your toys. I don't mind. I also don't mind whether you do this on computer or you do it handwritten. Each can be as effective as the other, but the idea is it's some sort of brochure or some sort of leaflet. So if you look at this one here that Charles did a few years ago, it's obviously beautiful handwriting written out with some pictures on it. You can see the age and the price in different coloured font. It's very attractive on the eye. Obviously, it's been ever so improved as they've gone along. You can see all the vocabulary in there. And that looks really, really effective. I really, really like that one. They've even got, they've actually changed the name of their company to Great Girl Games, and they've got a little slogan, "Let your mind run wild." So that one's wicked. I love that. This is a different one we did a couple of years ago, which was actually made on PowerPoints, where we put a picture on the background of the PowerPoint and then put text box over the top. And again, this is something you could try out. You don't have to do exactly like that, but if you go into something like PowerPoint or Microsoft Publisher or Microsoft Word, you can get the pictures, put them in and around it, write your pieces in there, and put your sort of writing within text box and things like that, and play around with some of the features on Word or Publish or PowerPoint. So you create this sort of brochure effect. That one looks just like a real brochure that you would buy, and obviously it's got the writing inside it there to make you try and buy the products. And here's another idea. Say you want to, this gets made for paper, and this isn't to do with toy adverts. This is just this is to do with a different thing, but it's a leaflet style thing. Well, you can do a similar thing for this, can't you? You could publish it in a leaflet style, nice big bold titles for your toys, the writing underneath it with an image or something. And that'd be another really effective way of doing it. It's like a leaflet idea. That's not one we've done before, but I'd be interested if anyone does do that. The key really is you want a mixture of images and writing. Images can be off the internet, or you can draw them yourselves. Very bold, bright, stand out. You look at this, you can see the names of the products are very clear. So is the age range and the price. Same with this one, very clear, big and bold. Even where the writing is, it stands out. It's been put into a little text box or very clear in a paragraph there. Bit of a stretch really is you might want to on your brochure include Toy Much Fun Limited like it's done here, and maybe try and, I don't know, you could come up with a name, a logo, or even have your own company name. If you don't want to do it for Toy Much Fun Limited like this person did here, you can actually come up with your own toy company. And my final little challenge for you as well, if you were doing a real toy brochure like they did here and here, you actually could include a bit of advertising about your company as well. So for example, for Toy Much Fun Limited, this is a little description I've written of Toy Much Fun Limited, which would go with my brochure. And it says it's a world-leading toy and leisure company. I've said it's based in Kimber, Stourbridge. Our small family-run business prides itself upon its competitive range of high-quality toys and games that are readily available in our store. Bored of the usual old-fashioned toys, board games and puzzles? Look no further. Our unbeatable range of toys, videos, games and outdoor gaming activities makes us the ultimate in children's entertainment. Aimed predominantly at boys and girls aged 5 to 11 years of age, TMF is the place to be if you're on the lookout for fun. This free brochure offers you a quick sneak peek at just some of the simply outstanding toys and games that we currently have available within our remarkable store. So that's a little bit of an advertisement for the company in general as well. And if you're feeling like you want a bit of a stretch for your brochure, you could include that alongside the adverts for the 4 toys. Hopefully that gives you loads and loads of ideas, and hopefully you're feeling quite creative to go away and produce that final version now. And I'm going to give you the rest of the time today to go off and do that, refining the ones you draft out yesterday and creating your final advertising leaflet or brochure or double page spread, however that may look. My final stretch, however, is for anyone who fancies the challenge. If you think about adverts, you can have TV adverts or radio adverts. If you really, really wanted to stretch yourself today, I'd be, please feel free. If you've got something like iMovie or an app on your phone to do some recording, I'd love to hear someone record themselves reading out one of their toy adverts, or maybe creating a little movie video on iMovie where they've got some pictures with the recording over the top of them speaking into it. I know we've had Evie and Alex have both sent in some recording of them when they did the whale letter, and what an amazing way to stretch yourself that would be, to actually read and record over the top with like that enthusiastic way of speaking to the reader, sort of thing. Like I'm looking at the segue one here. So, are you fed up of tiring out your old, poor, helpless legs? Hop on this top of the range, stylish hoverboard, and as quick as a flash, you'll be zooming around town, impressing your friends. So there's a bit of a challenge for you, those of you who like drama. That's another way you could publish your piece, is actually turn it into a bit of a radio advert or maybe a TV advert. All right, guys, have lots and lots of fun with that. It should be a really, really fun project to finish your writing with for this half term. I've had a look at some of your drafts that some of you sent over. The writing was looking really good. So now it's just turning it into something amazing that you can be proud of. All right, see you later, guys. Bye.